Peace, family. How's everybody doing out there? Big shout out to those that are tapping in on YouTube, those that are tapping in on Instagram right now. If you can, please let me know how my audio is. Healthy Wealth, what's going on? Beautiful black skin, queen. Peace, queen. Hen Griffey Jr., what's the word? What's going on, Miss Jerica? Kemuel, what's going on? See you later on today at 2 p.m. What's going on, Miss Holmes? All right, audio is good. For those that are coming in on YouTube, okay, loud and clear. Hey, I'm so glad I switched to this other terminal, because it had to be the terminal I was using, while the audio wasn't this clear on the other one. I should have been using this one. Just to keep it a buck, I should have been using this one. There we go. Peace. What's going on, everybody? Hey, Tone from Chicago. Risk tolerance pretty fucking high. I'm telling you. Hey, to do the shit that I used to do, you gotta have a high risk tolerance. So this trading shit ain't really nothing as far as the risk tolerance goes. You know what I'm saying? Nothing at all. Peace, power, and prosperity, family. How we doing out there? Y'all already know what time it is. Bitcoin Block Bully coming to you once again with an early riser show of coffee and crypto. Financial Fridays. I hope everybody's feeling good today. We are seeing a slight pullback in the market. Peace, beloved. I'm on vacation, but I'm going to try to get to class today. Okay. Oh, yeah. We do have class tonight. I will be answering all the emails that I received most recently. We are having an airdrop class tonight. We will be covering how best to accumulate crypto for free. Well, you know what? Some of it's going to be free. Some of it's going to be free from you providing certain services, and you're going to be able to put yourself in a position to receive said airdrop. Right, which then you can redistribute, keep, hold, stake, whatever the case may be. But we will be looking at some projects that may take some capital. No, will take some. Let me not say may. Will take some capital in order to utilize. So we will be taking a look at that tonight. For those that are interested, Damnedy, you need to lock in. Hey, if you're interested in locking in a one-on-one or coming to class or getting access to any of my past classes, please send an email to Block Wall Street Work. That's Block, B-L-O-C-K, Wall, W-A-L-L, Street, S-T-R-E-E-T, Work, because we got that work, W-O-R-K, not, we talking about educational work, at proton.me, P-R-O-T-O-N.me. If you're interested in one-on-ones, past classes, tonight's class, other future classes, please send an email out, and I'm going to give you access to my free Discord, which allows you to set all those up, okay? Yeah, we do have a new moon coming in on the 26th. As of right now, Bitcoin coming in at 109,000. After reaching about 111, high 111,000, or did we reach 110,000? I mean 112,000. I think we only reached 100 and I think we only reached, let's see, the past week. I think the highest point, 11,900, right there, around that 112,000 level. So we made it to $111,000 Bitcoin. Right now, pulling back to 109K, and people are losing their mind. Like, what's wrong with you? Thank you, Miss Jerica. Thank you. Like, what's wrong with you? Look, if you were rushing to try to buy Ethereum at 2,700, why wouldn't you buy it at 2,500? Brazy World said, I'm telling you right now. Hold on, let me see if we can actually get that. There we go. Brazy World said, I'm telling you right now, I was able to pursue the digital nomadship based on a lot of info you dropped, AI and blockchain, and Mazda combo. Hey, no doubt. I appreciate you being able to utilize the information. I appreciate that. So let me see. Right now, who we got still running? BGB? Is that beverage? Hold on. BGB. What is the BGB token? Is that the I'm thinking BGT. Let me see something. I want to see what is that BGT token right there. Let me see. BGB? Never heard of BGB before. Not BitGet token. Wow, BitGet. When did BitGet come out with a token? Oh, it's okay. It's been out. It's been doing a little. Okay, it's been doing a little something. Up 400% for the year. Okay, nothing special. Nothing special. Thought I had a gem there. All right. So you can see it's mostly red, mostly pullback, but you still got kind of a mixed bag. You got hype that's still up. BitGet token that's still up a little bit. No, a lot. Sol, Wildcoin, Jupe.ag or Jupiter token. You got Bonk that's still up. We still got Aave, Litecoin, Peep, Tia still a little bit in the green. Get you started. Oh, boy, what's going on? What's going on? Peace, peace, peace. Just sent my email for class tonight. I got you. Hey, and I see you reached out to join the Discord. I think it was a Discord. If not, it was for the class. But I got you. I got you tonight. I got you. We got class tonight. I got you. Once again, for anybody that wants to join tonight's class, block Wall Street Work at proton.me is the email you want to utilize. And I'm going to give you access to the free Discord. All right? So, yeah, we're seeing a pullback. We're going to look at what could this pullback honestly give us. You know what I mean? In the realm of price action. Is it going to be another one of those slight pullback and then a continuation of rally? Are we going to hit 112? Are we going to hit 115? We're going to look and see what type of price points can we expect on BTC. So let me see. The first thing I think I want to look at, let's actually do this. Let's do, what's this? This is US dollar. That's the index. That's Coinbase. Let's do this. Let's do this. Let me turn that down slightly real quick. Let's look at this on crypto. Let me open this up on the monthly real quick. Let me refresh this. There we go. All right, I got you, Jabari. All right, let's go ahead and zoom in real quick. Open this up like this. Now, what I want to look at is my last swing high to swing low, like so we can kind of see where we're at. All right. So we hit our head on that second go. Man, look at how fucking perfect this was, yo. Look at this. Look at this. Hold on. Come on, man. Come on, man. Look at this. Hit your head on your previous high. Broke back down to your previous support. That was your 786. Broke all the way up to the top of your second golden ratio, your 1618. Broke back down to your 1272. Family, this is Fibonacci being played out. Textbook. I'm talking about textbook. How could you have not been able to play this? This is textbook shit right here. If you're interested in getting the Fibonacci class, all my classes are 50% off right now. All past classes are 50% off. The only way to access those classes is through the free Discord. Through the free Discord. The British pound chart, you talking about GBP? I mean, Great Britain pound versus USD. Hold on. What's going on with GBP? Oh, it's in a beautiful recovery. I'll give you that on the weekly. Beautiful recovery. Interesting. I wonder if we can get synthetic Great Britain pounds and start putting our capital in that because it is rallying against the dollar. As of right now, trading at $1.34. So the conversion rate of one Great Britain pound to $1 is $1.34 of our money for one of theirs. And looking to rally up to $1.40 to $1.42.5. Well, $1.37.9 to $1.38 to $1.42.5 right now. If we look at it on the weekly chart, same thing. Look, same thing happened here. Same exact thing happened here. Look, same thing we were just looking at with Bitcoin. Look, you rallied, you hit your head on the one spot, broke back down to the 786, and then launched. Didn't we just see that? I'm telling you, if you're into investing, if you're into trading and any of that, and you don't know technical analysis and you think you're going to make money based off the goddamn news, think again. You better learn how to read this. All right? You better learn how to read this. Anyways, back to Bitcoin. Oh, hold on. Let me go back to... Now, I think we was on the crypto chart. Yep, here we go. Hey, Tadal. Hey, look. Let's In fact, text me. I'm gonna call you when I get off of this because we're gonna get up either this weekend. Well, I got a podcast to do this weekend. But hey, tap my line, and I'm definitely coming back to boxing class. Definitely coming back to boxing class. Okay. 100% coming back to boxing class. All right. What are we looking at here? Oh yeah, this that beat, ain't it? Yeah, the chart seeing to the future. That's the way I look at it. For tonight's class, it's $100, Brother Joya. Unless you're using crypto, then you get a 10% discount. So $90. Man, I love that track. All right, so now what we're looking at here is Bitcoin on the monthly, right? And what I'm seeing is that as long as Bitcoin holds above $102,300, our next projected target is $122,500. Now, the thing about that target, right? If we're able to breach this target, that opens the door for $137,000 to $155,000 Bitcoin. Huh? Oh yeah, facts of life. TA's the GPS. Hey, let's keep it a buck though. For those of you that have been in here for a year, 2, 3, 4 years, did you ever think we'd be sitting here right now with $100,000 looking at $155,000 Bitcoin? Huh? What can we say to the naysayers out there that was talking shit back when Bitcoin was 5,000, 8,000, 10,000, 15,000, 20,000, 40,000, 60,000, 70,000, 90,000? Because we laughing all the way to the bank. At this point, man. You know how many people told me, man, I don't think that shit's going to go anywhere. Oh, the government's going to shut it down. God damn it, the government's trying to battle the shit out. Look, the government, your state, your municipalities, everybody is trying to get their hands on Bitcoin now. Everybody. When everyone thought that nobody was going to want it. Come on, man. Who got the last laugh? We did. So yeah, as of right now, to the downside, you at 109,000. We can actually retrace and make a set around 102,000, 101,000, right? But we would look to hold this level right here as some form of support. Now, to look at this from another aspect, right? Let's go to here we go. We'll look at it from a weekly, right? Because we did have a weekly dip. Prices dipped from 109 all the way down to $74,000, right? There we go. All right, you see where our head's getting cut off right here, right? You see where the head getting cut off right here, 109,396. We're at 109.5. We need to close in the next 2 days and 9 hours above $109,396. If and only if we're able to close above this gray line right here and get a follow-through candlestick to hold above the green line. It can trade below it, but we wanted to close and open above it. That opens up the door for 119,000. Well, 118,899. I'm calling 119,000. 119,000 to 131,000. 130,988, but I'm rounding up. So we're looking at anywhere between 119 to $131,000 Bitcoin incoming as a possibility. If, once again, and only if, in the next 2 days and 9 hours, number one, we're able to close above 109,400. And then with the conditions that the very next candlestick is able to hold above 109,400, at least on a closing basis. All right? At least on a closing basis. Laughing all the way to Instadap. Hey, you goddamn right about that. So right now, once again, if you're trying to get an understanding of what I'm saying, right, in my humble opinion, on a weekly basis, that means you're looking at the candlesticks from a weekly perspective. What's going on, Miss Cuban Jenny? Peace. What you're looking for is a weekly close above 109,400, 109,400, a follow-through candlestick to open and close 109,400. And if we get that, I then will look for a continuation to 119,000. And if we're able to crack, close, and then open and close inside of the second golden ratio, above 119,000, I'll look at 124 to 131,000 dollars as the next possible targets on Bitcoin. Always remember, y'all, this is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. This is not to be taken as any type of financial advice. This is only to be taken as education and or entertainment. Always remember, these are my opinions and my opinions alone. Any and everything that I'm telling y'all could be 100% wrong. You could lose all your fucking money listening to me. So, education, entertainment, if anything, entertainment. All right? There's no time. Time doesn't even exist. All right. Now, moving on to the first story of the day. First story of the day. What are we talking about here? What are we talking about here? If you lose 109,000 back down to 101, which is where, remember, we were already looking at 102,000 on the macro. So the macro kind of gave you the bearish look where you should be looking at first, because it was 102,000. If you look at your 786 here, it's 101,900, which is roughly $102,000. So one coincides with the other one, Anthony Scott. Look at everybody trying to grab it at 100. Hey, ain't that how it is when price pumping? Everybody's running and trying to grab and get it, right? They don't just wait for it to come back red. Anyway, goes on to state that Bitcoin's at an all-time high is the cue to buy, not sell, the latest analyst shows, with spot takers still dominant on exchange order books. Okay? It goes on to state that Bitcoin buyer interest remains. Can you look at this isn't a coin request show, Crypto Millie. I don't do coin requests. I'll look at maybe Bitcoin, Ethereum, and then any other coin of my choice. The thing is, if I was to do one person's coin request, I would want to do everybody's coin request. So I don't do any type of coin request. Now, what I can start doing is doing a donation per request, where if you actually want a coin request and you want me to break it down, we can open up donations starting at maybe $20. But other than that, I'm not going to do coin requests for viewers because, like I said, I want to be fair. And if I do one, I'm going to want to do everybody. So I do apologize. Anyways, it goes on to state that Bitcoin buyer interest remains strong at all-time highs, contrasting with the first touch of 100,000 in 2024. It goes on to state that the BTC price uptrend may continue as a result. Crypto quant analyst concludes, Bitcoin short-term hodlers are firmly in the black in a further potential bull market boost. By a show of hands, how many of y'all think the bull market's over? How many of y'all think the bull market just getting started? Huh? By a show of hands. Show of hands. How many of y'all think the bull market is over or nearing the end? How many of y'all think it's just about to get started? Huh? What's your idea, y'all? It's costing here, baby. Minutes to be better. What's going on, big homie? I see some of y'all saying you think it's just getting started, right? So we saying the bull market just getting started, right? So if it's just getting started, what should you be doing with these pullbacks? Huh? How should you be taking advantage of these pullbacks that we see? You're right. You should be taking advantage of these dips. You know what's interesting about it? You know what's real interesting? Leading up until today, right now, right? Up until today, right now, today, May 23rd, 2025. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. Listen to what I'm about to tell you. Nobody that ever bought a Bitcoin crash, as long as they held it, lost money. Y'all understand that? Nobody that ever bought a Bitcoin crash, a Bitcoin pullback, a Bitcoin dip up until 2025, the 23rd of May, has ever lost money. Never. All right, so let's get into the story. It goes on to state that Bitcoin buyers remain dominant on exchanges as all-time highs are met with usual optimism. Data from on-chain analytics platform CryptoQuant shows a 90-day cumulative volume delta favoring Bitcoin bulls. The BTC all-time highs continue to find support among traders, with buyers staying dominant despite the market surging 50% in under 2 months. Watch Michael Saylor come out in a couple of days and say that he bought the fucking top again over X amount of days. What? Mark my words. Mark my words. Mark my words. Watch Michael Saylor come out in a couple of days, a week or so, talking about he just acquired another 1.2 billion or 800 million or whatever the case may be. 1 trillion worth of Bitcoin between May 15th and May 30th. Right? This is my shit right here, though. Well, I got some shit to this so hard. Yeah, I got something that's so crazy. Music on the way, y'all. Music is coming on the way. I know some of y'all been waiting. Music is coming on the way. Anyways, it goes on to state that analyzing the 90-day CVD, CryptoQuant contributor Ibrahim Kozar reveals the extent to which sellers have ceded control during that period. In short, buy orders or take buy have become dominant again. In other words, more buy orders are being placed in the market than sell orders, he summarizes. So we got more buyers and sellers. CVD measures the difference between buy and sell volume over a 3-month period. Until mid-March, sell side pressure dominated the order book, with BTC USD hitting multi-month lows under 75,000 in early April. Neutral conditions then prevailed until buyer dominance re-entered. And all that is like when you see a consolidation, that consolidation to the sideways, and then it breaks out, right? It goes on to state that the summary of the situation: as the price tests above 110,000 and reaches a new all-time high, buyers have not backed down. This could be setting the stage for another wave of upward movement, meaning continuation of the overall market. Do you see a pullback on Bitcoin anytime soon? So this is what let me address that question, right? This is one thing that I always try to get people to understand, right? I can never tell you when, but I can tell you where, right? I can't tell you when, but I can tell you where. So what I mean by that, and I guess it is kind of a win type of thing. So in the next 2 days and 9 hours, if Bitcoin is unable to hold 109,400, I'm gonna look at a possibility of a pullback back down to $102,000, right? If it's unable to hold 109,400, I'm gonna look for a pullback to 102,000. If we are able to hold 109,400 to be exact, I'm gonna look for a possibility of a continuation to 118,000. So I can't tell you exactly when, but I can't tell you where. You get what I'm saying? Now, it goes on to state, where's my music at? There we go. It goes on to state that, as Cointelegraph reported, hodlers, are you a hodler, have broadly refrained from distributing coins to the market at current levels. Daily profit taking is half of what it was when Bitcoin first reached 100,000 in December 2024, research shows, while the price is 10% higher. Older coins were much less active this time, signaling stronger holding behavior. On-chain analytics from Glassnode added in an X thread on the topic, or Twitter. CryptoQuant notes that the price momentum increased after reclaiming the average cost basis for Bitcoin short-term hodlers cohort at just under 100K. which are entities buying within the last 6 months, right? You got your long-termers and you got your short-termers. Which one are you? What side of the fence do you fall on? Bitcoin is rallying after reclaiming the short-term hodler average cost basis, a key level that often serves as a strong buy the dip indicator during bull markets. All right. So how are you feeling right now? Are you feeling buy the dipish? Are you feeling buy the dipish? Are you feeling sell? What's y'all opinion out there? Buy the dip or sell? Antonio Blackman, nope. I don't know anything about Elon's new X payment coin. Nope. That'd be interesting, but I do not know. 120K? Yeah, if we break that 118,000, 120K, definitely. Brown Skin B says buy the dip. Miss Jerica says buy the dip. Babalut says very much so buy the dipish. Right? All right. Now, how do we feel about Ethereum? In fact, you know what? There's another one I actually wanted to cover. Where is it? Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Where are you at? Was it at the top or was it down here? Where is that other story I wanted to cover at? Here we go, right here. This is what we're looking for. Ethereum price chart targets $4,000 as transaction fees hit a 3-month high. I'm gonna tell you something about the Ethereum network. I've been using it a little bit more lately because the fees actually have been extremely low. In the pennies again. The fees have been extremely low on Ethereum. So now they're saying that we're looking for it to go to $4,000, right? Let's go ahead and take a look real quick. Before we read their article, let's do our own analysis on Ethereum. Okay, perfect. We already got it set up for greatness here. Let me open that up, stretch this out so y'all can see it. All right. So now what you're looking at here, right? You're looking at ETH from a swing high, swing low perspective. Where are we at? We're inside of our golden ratio. What do we need to hold? The bottom of the golden ratio. Where is that at? Right here. Right? What price is that? 2,424. So 2,424. That's what we need to hold. As long as these rectangles or squares, as long as these candlesticks are holding above 2,424, what do we need to break? We need to break the 50%. What is that? 2745. Have we tried that? Yes. Once here, another time here. Remember, it's just like coming in an impact. Each time you hit that wall, you're making it weaker, right? But on the same token, if they got reinforcement on the other side, which every time you hit it, it makes it weaker, but they come back and reinforce it stronger, then in that case, it's going to eventually end up turning you around. So it's really a battle between the Bulls and the Bears here and who's going to win. We need the Bulls to push past $27,500, right? We need the Bulls to push past $27,500. So that's $27.50, right? If and only if we can close above $27.50, right? If and only if we can close above $27.50. And then I would extend the target to $3,000 even, right? Once we're able to dominate this full golden ratio area right here, once we're able to take this out right here, right? Once we're able to take that out, then that's what opens up the door for us to go here. So now you're going to go from here to where your previous high is before you reach new highs. That previous high is $4,100. So now this is what I'm telling you in a nutshell, right? This is what I'm telling y'all in a nutshell. As long as Ethereum on a weekly basis is able to hold 2424 as support, and if we're able to take out 27.5 and ultimately find support above $3,000, I'm going to be a lot more open-minded and optimistic and more in agreement that we're going to reach that $4,100 level. Now, we can pull back from there. I don't care. All I'm doing is looking to reach these specific price points, right? Now, what can we look at if we're able to exceed that $4,100 level on Ethereum? Well, in that case, if we were able to take out 4,100 on Ethereum, for me, remember, this is not financial advice in any way, shape, or form. This is just my opinions and my opinions alone. It ain't everything I'm telling you could be 100% wrong, yada, 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 right? What I'm looking at here, number one, first obstacle, take out the gold box right here. Number two, second obstacle, take out your previous high. Number three, third target, anywhere between $4,850 to $5,800 Ethereum is what I'm looking at. Right now, ETH is trading at $2,576. Do with that what thou wilt. All right. Now let's see what they're talking about. Let's see what they're talking about over here. Now we can get into the article after I've given my own analysis. All right, so the Ether price eyes a 56% rally to $4,000 as it confirms a classic bullish pattern amid increasing network activity. It goes on to state that Ethereum is forming a bull flag on the daily chart with a potential breakout to $4,000. Interesting, a bull flag on the daily? Are they talking about that? Let's see. I mean, if you are, you kind of literally just started it. Like, what are they talking about? Right. Oh, there we go. My apologies, y'all. There we go. Do that over just so y'all can see what I was doing. So I had this here. What I did was got rid of that. And then I'm looking for the bull flag that they talking about. Because, I mean, I can eye flags pretty damn good. You know what I'm saying? I'm not a beginner at this. So now I kind of try to find the flag on my own. And I guess they're talking about that. Is that what they're talking about on the daily? Gotta be. That's a daily chart. Oh, no, this is Ethereum. Come on, dude. Come on, buddy. There we go. Okay, so I'm definitely not seeing no bull flag on the daily. Oh, no, that was Ethereum. We were right. It was Ethereum. That's right. It is Ethereum, not Bitcoin. It is Ethereum. There we go. So now we're right. So now, let me see, 12 hour. Maybe if you break it down a little bit, see? Now I can see that consolidation. Right now I can see it, but let's see what they're talking about. It goes on to state that ETH printed a bull flag on the daily chart, a technical chart formation associated with a strong upward momentum. Could a strengthening technical setup and increasing transaction fees signal the continuation of ETH's rally towards $4,000? During a market-wide recovery fueled by Bitcoin's rise to all new all-time highs and improving macroeconomic conditions, we saw ETH currently at 2573 price rise by nearly 56% to an 8-week high of $2,734 on May 23rd, from a low, might I add, of $1,750 on May 6th. How many of you was even looking at Ethereum when it was $1,700? Keep it a buck. How many of y'all was looking at Ethereum? What helped you get better at TA? What did you practice? Really just looking at it every damn day of my life, to be honest with you, just every day. And really just looking for the shapes. Because like I said, when I look at TA, it's like art. It's more so, and you got to be a little old to remember these books, because I don't think they got them anymore. And if they do, I don't think kids use them anymore. But back when I was younger, we used to have these coloring books, but they were just numbers. But you had to connect the numbers 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, you know what I'm saying, all the way through, and then it would create a picture. It'd be a train, a dinosaur, a dog, whatever the case may be. But sometimes you really wouldn't get the picture until you start connecting the dots. So when I be looking at technical analysis, it's the same exact thing for me. I'm looking at it and I'm connecting certain things, and it looks like a picture. And then I look at the picture, and the picture tells me a story, right? So it was really just having that understanding. I looked at ETH at 1,400 and scooped some up on April 17th. Good move. I remember them books. That's a good comparison. Yeah, that's how I look at it. It's like it's a picture. Okay, I'm trying to see the picture. What does the picture show me? Then once I identify the picture normally tells a story. It's no different, like I explained to y'all sometimes, how the ancestors used to read the stars. And then the stars would tell them, a possibility of expectations of things to come in the future. You get what I'm saying? So it's the same thing. They reading the stars, I'm reading the charts. That's it. But if you need any assistance, one-on-one help, I am able to help. I've walked hundreds, probably thousands of people through being able to understand these charts from a basic level to whereas they're like, damn, I get it now. You get what I'm saying? Camuel, let me go ahead and share that. There we go. Thank you for that. Thank you for that. He said, bar none, the greatest teacher in this space. I appreciate that. I appreciate that. All right. So what they're saying is the strength in price is reflected on on-chain activity, with each daily transaction count rising by 37% over the past 30 days. These levels last seen in January 2024, when the hype around the approval of U.S.-based spot Bitcoin ETFs pushed ETH to price above 4,000 for the first time since December of 2021. It goes on to state Ethereum's daily average transaction fees also skyrocketed, reaching a 90-day high of 0.0005 Ethereum, which is $1.33 on May 22nd. Man, that's beautiful, beautiful, beautiful. The website's down right now. I do have somebody that's going to be working on the new website. For right now, what you want to do is send an email and join my free Discord. I got a Discord that gives you access to my one-on-ones, past classes, and future classes. So if you need that, reach out. And if you're on this live and I'm not following you back, you can't DM me. So after this live is over, just comment the word Discord. If you're on Instagram, not YouTube. If you're on YouTube, you need to follow me on IG. But comment the word Discord, and I'll share the link to the free Discord. All right. It goes on to state that high transaction count and fees suggest that more users are interacting with the network, whether for DeFi, NFTs, or other decentralized applications. It suggests a high network activity, often correlating with increased interest and market confidence. Historically, Ether's price has surged during high usage periods. For example, during the 2021 DeFi boom, fees spiked to as high as 0.15 ETH. Y'all understand how high fees was back then? Man, crazy. As such, high utilization periods with high fees indicate growth in network activity or bullish sentiment, as more ETH is needed for gas, pushing its price upward. The increase in Ethereum's network activity is also evident when analyzing the total value locked, or TVL, the network smart contract. Ethereum's TVL has risen to $65.3 billion on May 23rd from $45.26 billion on April 22nd, an increase of over 44% in almost 30 days. Do y'all not understand what these numbers mean? That means it's $65.3 billion. It ain't in the fucking banking system, and that shit's over here on the blockchain with us. Y'all don't see the exodus that's going on right now? Y'all don't see the exodus? People are leaving the banking industry, y'all. They're leaving the traditional system. This is the new frontier. This is the new frontier. That's the way you got to look at it, Joe. Go back and watch them old movies where they're, going through the landscape for the first time ever. Discovering new shit. Oil, gold, assets, land. That's where we at right now. The blockchain is the new world. The cryptocurrencies are the land and the assets. You get what I'm saying? Only 1% are in this space. We got man. We definitely got time. So we got time to beat people, right? But you also want to not rush, but you want to get your positions in early. You want to get your positions in early. That way you get the best bang for your buck. All right. It goes on to state that positive signs include a 51% increase in deposits on Pendle, a tokenization protocol, and 48% growth on Ether.fi and EigenLayer. Ethereum remains the undisputed leader by TVL with a market dominance of 54%. In comparison, Solana's dominance stands at 8%, and BNB chain commands only 5% dominance in TVL among layer 1 chains. In addition, the U.S. listed Spot Ether's ETF saw a total of 249 million in net inflows since May 13th and May 22nd, added to some demand side tailwind. Now, what the fuck? That is not a flag, Joe. They can't be serious. This is what they're looking at. I wouldn't call that a flag. I'm gonna keep it a buck with you. Let me see. Okay, no. You know what they could have been possibly looking at, and then I see the breakout. I kind of see what they're looking at. Just had to let my eyes adjust. And then you got the back test. I see what they're looking at. That's what they're looking at right there. That's what they're looking at. And then it just broke it and back tested it. So that's positive. That's good. That's good. And then what you would do, you would measure the length of the flagpole, if I'm not mistaken. And then put that on the breakout, which was right here. That still only gives you a $3,600 target, unless they were using a whole. Let me see. If we pull it here. Hold on. Let me see. Okay, that gives you 4,000. That gives you 39.93. That gives you 39.93. That gives you 39.93. So that's decent. That's decent. I see what they're looking at. I see what they're looking at. Okie dokie. All right. What time is it? What time is it? What time? 10:55. Man, I wish I had time to cover this other story. What I'll do is I'll try to go live a little bit later in the day, but I gotta get up out of here, y'all. I gotta get up out of here. Once again, we got class tonight covering airdrops. If you're interested, block Wall Street work at proton.me. All my past classes that I've had in the past are 50% off. If you got one that you thought about that you didn't get a chance to grab, reach out to me. Block Wall Street work at proton.me. Everything 50% off. If you want to set up a one-on-one, block Wall Street work at proton.me. Send me an email. I'm going to send you the link to the Discord. And we can get in there with a lot of other like-minded individuals. All right? I appreciate everybody that's been tapping in, tuning in for these early rising shows of Coffee and Crypto. I appreciate and love you all and wish nothing but the best. Let's continue to make our next move our best move. Into the next one, peace, power, and prosperity, family. I am out of here.